Hello and welcome to iPad Quick Tips. In this video, we are taking a look at working with Google Drive on your iPad and PC. You can think of Google Drive as a folder on the internet to hold all of your files. Any place or any device that you have internet access, you can access your files. The process begins with an email from KI Support welcoming you to the Google Drive family. The email will indicate your assigned user ID and contain a link to establish your account. Click on the link to begin. You may have an existing personal Gmail account with its own Google Drive storage. While this is handy for personal use, only the Key Impact assigned account will allow sharing and other company features, so please use your Key Impact account for all business files. In the same vein, please do not use the Key Impact provided Google Drive account for personal use. Storage is somewhat limited. Sign in with the email address from your welcome letter. The password will have been provided in a separate email. Contact KI Support if you did not receive this email. After accepting the agreement, the system will invite you to choose a new password. Once this is done, you may explore the Google website before moving over to the Google Drive app on your iPad. Here, you can view and share your files. The Google Drive interface also provides the capability of editing and creating new documents, but it is recommended that all edits and new file creation be done using either Microsoft Office on your PC or Docs2Go on your iPad. Let's close our browser and take a look at the Google Drive app on the iPad. The Google Drive app should be pre-installed on your iPad. It looks like this. If you do not have this icon, you can install it from the app catalog. Let's tap on the icon now. The browser screen gives you a full view of all of the folders and files currently within your Google Drive. Tapping on a folder will display its contents. Files not located within a folder are listed here. Tapping on a file will open it within the Google Drive app. You can make edits and create new files here, but it is preferred to be done within Docs2Go. We'll cover that in a few minutes. As you can see, the Document View window gives you some basic functionality for seeing the comments, sharing, and searching through the document. We'll go ahead and close this view. Back at the main browser screen, we will take a look at one of the key icons within Google Drive, this little eye icon here. Tap on it. This icon you can share a document. When sharing, you decide what sorts of privileges to give the other person or people. Once you share a document, the user will get an email alerting them to the share and a link to the shared document. This is very handy when reviews and approvals are needed. No more passing files and drafts around. Everyone updates the same document. Remove will delete the file from Google Drive. As always, it will ask you for final confirmation. Once a file is removed, it is gone forever. Move to allows you to move files around within your Google Drive folder to stay better organized. Just choose the folder and tap on Move Here. Print is useful if you have print capability configured on your iPad. The star icon will flag the document for easy location and retrieval. Rename renames your file. This is handy to stay better organized. Open to allows you to open the document in another app. This is handy if you want to make edits. It is recommended that you do this in Docs2Go. Tapping on the Docs2Go icon will open the document in Docs2Go and you can continue with your file activities. But let's finish up in Google Drive before exploring Docs2Go. Get Link will copy the link to the file into the iPad's clipboard. This is handy if you want to share the file with someone via email. Simply start a new email and paste the link in the body of the email. Available offline is very important if you want to be able to access a particular file at a time when you have no internet connection, either by Wi-Fi or cellular. Keep in mind that the total storage space available on the iPad is about 8 gigs. You may not be able to store all of your files locally. In this lower section, you can see various attributes of the file, including who has access and at what level. Access levels can be updated and changed in this section as well. Back on the browser screen, we see this icon will change the browser view from list to thumbnail and back again. We can also add files to the Google Drive. Once again, it is recommended that new documents and spreadsheets be created in Docs2Go for consistency and compatibility. Creating a new folder for your Google Drive is accomplished here. Simply tap and give it a name. The browser window also contains a search. After your drive is heavily populated, you will find this feature very useful. Simply type in a keyword to display all of the matches. Tapping on the multi-line icon will display additional features of Google Drive. Here you can view your account settings, browse your drive, review files that have been shared with you, view starred or favorite files, and take a look at your recently reviewed files. The pushpin icon will display a listing of all files that are available offline. And uploads will display a listing of recently uploaded files. Now we have a pretty good understanding of the Google Drive app. We took a look at how to view files, move them around, organize them, and share them with others. Now let's take a look at accessing our Google Drive from within other apps. We'll start with Docs2Go. You'll notice the Docs2Go sidebar has a Cloud item. Go ahead and tap on that. Voila! There's your Google Drive. Now we're not going to do a full tutorial of Docs2Go here, but rather just accessing files from your Google Drive. Go ahead and tap on it and you will see all of the files and folders of your Google Drive. From here, you can edit, update, reformat, and all of the other things Docs2Go is capable of doing. When you're done with your changes, go ahead and save it back to the Google Drive for retrieval from anywhere. If you create a new file in Docs2Go, you can save it to your Google Drive by selecting it in the location bar. Choose an existing folder or create a new one, then save. When saving a new file, you will be alerted to indicate your sync preference. Syncing is basically saving the local copy onto your Google Drive. Generally, you always want to sync, but you can choose the option appropriate for your document. You will likely use your Google Drive in conjunction with email activities. Let's take a look at the two main choices. When presented with the Save Attachment dialog in an email, you now have the choice of saving directly to your Google Drive. Tapping on Google Drive and choosing Upload will place the file in the chosen Google Drive folder. From here, you have all the options available as we saw earlier. Another option within Email is to open the attachment in Docs2Go. From within Docs2Go, when you choose to save the document, simply choose your Google Drive as the save location. You will choose the Cloud option, then your Google Drive. Choose the desired folder, and you can even rename the file while you're at it. Okay, so now we know how to work with Google Drive on your iPad while interacting with Docs2Go and email. Let's take a look at how you can move and access files from your PC to your Google Drive. We'll start with setting up our Google Drive account on our PC. On your PC, open a browser and browse to the Google page. In the upper corner, you will see a Sign In button. If you are already signed in under your personal email, please sign out to access your KI Sales account. Click on Sign In. Enter the user ID that was mailed to you and the password you chose for your Google Drive account, and then click on Sign In. Once logged in, click on the Apps icon here in the upper right corner. Choose Drive. This will start a wizard to guide you through the process. Choose Download Drive. You will see that the file has downloaded. Click on the file to install and choose Run. Once the application is installed, you can close your browser. You will notice the now familiar Google Drive icon in your taskbar. Go ahead and click on it. From here, choose Get Started. Sign into your account with your Google Drive credentials. Step your way through the wizard and finally tap on done. You can accept the default folder name. Click on Start Sync when you are ready to continue. You may now close your browser and open your Windows Explorer application to view all of the new changes that have occurred. You will notice you now have a Google Drive entry in your Favorites section. You can treat this just like any other folder on your PC. You can move files in and out, make subfolders, just about everything. It's difficult to see here, but until a file is completely uploaded, you will see a little circle arrow in the lower corner of the icon. This indicates that the file upload is still pending. Now, should you lose internet connection or turn off your computer while the arrow is present, it will not be saved to your Google Drive. So you can't just move it and forget it. There is an upload delay during synchronization. The next time the internet is available, the upload synchronization will continue automatically and your files will be saved. You will notice you also have a Google Drive icon in your task tray. From here, you can access many Google Drive features and review your current status. So there you have it, and we covered a lot. We learned how to set up and access your Google Drive account, work with Google Drive on the iPad, including Docs to Go and email, and we installed the Google app on your PC and learned how to move files and create folders from your PC into your Google Drive account. Whew. Well, that about covers it. See you next time.